We are Salma, Fatma, and Miriam. We are Muslim students that go to the Evergreen campus schools in the Highline School District in Seattle. Muslim students like ourselves cannot eat pork or other meat unless it's halal because it's against our religion. This is one of the reasons why we want to change our school food system.
But these problems aren't just limited to Muslim students. It affects the general population of students.
Terrible, gross, and nasty. These are some direct quotes and opinions from students from the Evergreen campus schools. We have the same food served every day, or sometimes have overcooked and even undercooked foods on our plates for lunch.
As a result of this, we notice some kids decide to go to McDonald's where they get a meal for a cheaper price that's cooked but not so healthy, or they do not eat at all. About 80% of students take free and reduced lunch at our school. That makes up the majority of students who are eating lunch every day. Juniors and seniors who have an off-campus sticker are allowed to leave campus to get something to eat. Also, most students don't have time to eat breakfast because the school bus gets to school 5 minutes before school starts.
Having undercooked foods also could result in people getting sick from the school lunch. For some students, school food is the only meal they eat a day because they can't afford to go off campus or bring their own food.
Studies show that people with a full stomach learn more and score higher better than students who are hungry.
Improving the school food system with more appetizing, fresh options for students would result in more students eating school food and loving it.
We are student interns with an after-school program called FEEST, the Food Empowerment Education Sustainability Team. Through this program, we work on food justice and cook healthy foods as a community.
As interns, we work on projects towards the end of our internship. We decided to focus on the issue of finding better options for school foods. We put together surveys and got students' opinions on school lunch. We talked to Sarah from the Highline District's nutritionist office about our options on school lunch. From that meeting, we put together a survey. We then visited classes and had students take the survey.
We also held a focus group to get a more in-depth look on people's opinion on school foods. 19 people attended. We spent 2 hours talking about what they saw as the issue and their opinions.
We would like this to not only affect our school, but the whole Highline School District and many others. It also sets an example for other districts.
From our survey, we found that 100% of the students in the focus group would eat school breakfast if it were served after the bell because then they wouldn't have to be late to class.
They often use the same tongs or gloves to grab the pork or other non-halal meats, which causes cross-contamination in vegetarians not to be able to eat it. We found out that most vegetarian options are served frozen and are mostly peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or salad, or they just run out of vegetarian food. We think there should be more vegetarian options that are fresher and not frozen served at lunch.
Time was also an issue that popped up. We only have 30 to 35 minutes to eat, and waiting in line takes up most of our lunchtime. Having more time for lunch would make it so we could get our food and actually sit down to eat and not rush to get back to class.
We want the district not only to listen to us, but to also be required to ask students how they feel about lunch and respond to our feedback. This issue affects students the most, and as a result, the district needs to engage us in the solution.
We as teens can make a change and create relationships with adults who make decisions and have them listen to our feedback. This helps show that we are powerful and creating an opportunity for people our age to make the change we want to see.